Police say the BC drug policy is failing as street disorder worsens. Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was written by Rob Shaw. 1 week after taking a victory lap on safer streets, the BC government is getting yanked back into reality by municipal councils and police, frustrated by rising street disorder, crime, and public safety concerns around safe consumption sites. In Nanaimo, Councilman Ian Thorpe put forward a motion on Monday to demand the Vancouver Island Health Authority close an overdose prevention site or safe consumption site located next to City Hall. The city had previously considered erecting a 10-foot tall fence around the municipal property to address vandalism, crime, and even safety issues from the site that were hurting city, staff, and residents alike. I quote, "The consumption site is, well, a symbol of our failed government policy," Thorpe told radio station CFAX. "What I want is council to hopefully, and eventually they might, send a message to the province saying, look again at the policy of how we're dealing with drugs on our streets, and let's see if there's a different way and even a better way of supporting these people," end quote. Council voted to defer the motion for a month to get more information from Island Health. Thorpe called the BC NDP government's experiment on decriminalization and its normalization of open drug use in the name of compassion an abject failure. That's not something new Democrats will ever admit. Solicitor General Nina Krieger last week took credit for new statistics that, well, show a drop in the overall provincial crime rate. This reduction is also the result of focused investments in policing, mental health, and addiction support, housing, and crime prevention initiatives, he said. Baloney, says on-the-ground local politicians who appear to see what New Democrats cannot or will not acknowledge. I quote, "It has to do with theft and violence, open drug dealing, and the kinds of fears and behaviors, the psychosis that many people suffer from during the course of the day, the general street disorder, the cleanliness, the small fires." Nanaimo Mayor Leonard Krog told one reporter, "It's that sense of fear that may or may not be justified." I quote, "In Victoria, you wander down Pandora Street, it's very scary. I don't know that you're actually going to be assaulted necessarily, but it's very scary for people. It drives people away, it makes people fearful and staff fearful. You never know what someone's going to do." End quote. The safe consumption site, well, has become a symbol to some extent of social and health policies that do not appear to be working, and symbols, as you know, are important. In Victoria, Councillor Marge Gardner proposed a motion early in July to ask Island Health to close a supervised consumption site called The Harbour on problem-plagued Pandora Avenue, which is like a smaller version of Vancouver's downtown East Hastings. It too was deferred until more information could be gathered from Island Health. Victoria Police Chief Del Mannix said his officers found a drug dealer sitting on a chair right in front of the entrance to the taxpayer-funded site, openly selling and dealing illegal drugs without consequence. Not only that, the staff at the site were talking to the drug dealer and doing nothing about it, he said. I quote, "Our surveillance also showed that there were staff there that were coming in and out of the supervised consumption site and engaging with this individual," Manick told a reporter. "We just can't have that," he added. "There has to be a better deterrence. We have to do better." Premier WUCN-Epi defended the overdose prevention and supervised consumption drug sites when asked this week, saying his government is always willing to discuss their impact on communities and work with neighbors. But that's not what municipalities or police are seeing back in reality. Instead, Island Health issued a statement saying it's not responsible for what occurs outside of its drug sites. I quote, "It's not within the mandate or purview of a health authority or its staff to respond to potential criminal activity occurring on a public street. That's within the purview of law enforcement," the Provincial Health Services Authority said in a statement. So the province authorizes drug consumption sites, reassures the public there won't be any impact on safety, and then wipes its hands of the drug dealing, crime, and street disorder that proliferates around the site because it's happening on municipal sidewalks. All while the Premier claims he's willing to listen to municipalities who are shouting at the top of their lungs for his government to change direction. I quote, "I speak for all mayors across this province when I say, and all councils, we're all getting frustrated. We're all getting tired. We're saddened," said Krog. All with good reason. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials, including YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, BitChute, X, and our website at wakeupcanadanews.com. Till next time, remember you're the voice, and it's time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder, and I'll see you soon.